Alright. Time to prepare for a fight against Iliasville von Einsburn and her servant, Berserker. We reach an open clearing in the forest. The sun is rising and the forest is darkened by the morning mist. Compared to the inside of a dense forest, this place has an open view.
トサカ、ここ悪くないんじゃないのか。
そうね。条件はいくらかクリアしてるけど、見晴らしが良すぎるのがどうもね。これじゃあ私はともかくセイバーとシローの逃げ道がないもの。
うん。
She's such a perfectionist, considering even escape routes.
他は渡りましょう。大丈夫。まだ時間はあるわ。
Tosaka re-enters the forest. But Saber stares into the distance and doesn't move.
セイバー、何してるのよ。早くしないとイリアスフィールに。
I feel like it's too late. I feel a chill. I can't forget it, since I felt it once already. I can't even see him, nor feel his presence. But this pressure on my body must be because of him. A girl's voice echoes through the forest. Beyond the mist, from inside the forest far away, something black comes straight for us. Is it because we're in the clearing under the open sky? I feel like Ilya is talking to us while looking down from the sky.
やば、あいつもうシロを見つけたの？まずい、ここじゃ視界が広すぎる。何よこのスピード、これじゃ2分かからない。ちょっと、何のんびりしてるのよ2人とも。ここじゃまずいって言ってるでしょ。早く場所を変えないと。
We don't have much choice though, Rin. Tosaka takes my hand, but we won't make it.
いや、ここでいい、トサカ。3人で戦えるだけでも良好なんだ。これ以上は求められない。
バカ、それがまずいんだってば。ここじゃ横幅がありすぎるの。セイバーだけじゃバーサーカーを止められないし、いくら離れてたってあんたも前に入っちゃうじゃない。
トサカが心配してくれてるのは分かってるけど、危険なのはみんな一緒だ。それにこうなっちゃ逃げ道なんかないんじゃないのか。
それはそうだけど。
セイバーもいいな。ここでバーサーカーを迎え撃つ。
Saber nods quietly.
わかったわよ。簡単にやられたら怒るからね。
She must have agreed as she disappears into the fog. Once she goes into action, she is super fast. She gets away from the clearing and goes up a tree in the forest. Ren Tosaka makes a stealth check.
準備はいいか。
あなたも。戦いが始まったら、決してここから前には出ないように。何があろうと、バーサーカーをここには近づけさせません。
The fog flickers. From the morning fog, as if a black darkness is seeping out, the mad warrior appears along with a white girl.
意外ね。てっきり最後まで逃げ回るとばかり思ってたのに。それとも、もう観念したの？お兄ちゃん。
There's about 40 meters between us and Ilya. We're facing each other on opposite ends of the clearing.
セイバーは治ったんだ。そっか。だから逃げ回るのはやめにしたのね。欲しいな。そんなことで私に勝てると思うのは可愛いんだけど。残念ね。シロはここで死ぬんだもの。
Her laughter echoes through the forest. Does it irritate her? Saber standing beside me is so worked up that she could attack at any moment.
もうつまんないな。ずいぶん無口になっちゃったのね。もしかして殺されるのは怖いの？そんなのもったいないよ。今命乞いをすれば私も許してあげないこともないんだから。
Why are you so evil? You're so evil. Tosaka must have finished climbing the tree. If she's going to place herself, it will be near the center of the clearing. Nobody would notice if she was right where the branches are overlapping, and it should be strong enough to support her as well.
そう、あくまでそういう態度なんだ。なら、もうおしゃべりはここまでだね。リンともども殺してあげ。待ちなさい。リンはどうしたの？シロ。
She's totally not on the trees there in the center. I guess that's what you expect from Berserker's master. She has a complete understanding of what can be overlooked and what can't be.
遠坂はここにはいない。あいつと俺たちは塔に別れた。
別行動をとったの？そっか。セイバーを連れてるシロは足手まといだものね。リン一人ならもっと遠くに逃げられる。
そういうことだ。もうとっくに森を出てるだろう。今から追っても間に合わないぞ。
そうかしら。この森はアインツベルンの結界よ。誰が入ってきて誰が出ていったかぐらいはわかるんだから。あれから外に出た人間は一人もいない。リンはまだ森にいるわ。探し出すのはこの後でも十分よ。
Oh, thank God. You took the bait. If Ilya can only sense the boundaries of the forest, she doesn't know about Tosaka yet. Actually, she completely believed what I said. Well, hopefully it isn't a double bait. She did trick us the first time, right? Pretending that she was leaving when she wasn't. Ilya is certainly a cold-hearted master, but still, can't that cold-heartedness still be recovered?
イリア、戦う前にもう一度だけ聞くぞ。マスターを辞めて、こんな戦いをやめることはできないのか？
できないよ。おじいさまの言いつけだもの。バーサーカーがいる限り、私はアインツベルンのマスターなの。イリアは他のマスターたちを殺して聖杯を持ち帰らなくちゃいけないんだから。
But why?
それに、もう一度だけ聞くのはこっちだよ。私はアインツベルンの当主だから、あんな言葉二度は言わないわ。けど、シローが答え直すって言うんなら、ちゃんと聞いてあげてもいいんだよ。
She has a little hope in her voice, but as long as Saber is beside me, I can't nod to her words.
答えは変わらない。俺はセイバーのマスターだ。お前がマスターを辞めないって言うんなら、バーサーカーを倒して辞めさせる。
I declare so while looking at Ilya and Berserker. In that instant, the air in the clearing freezes.
そう。なら、本気で殺してあげる。その思い上がりと一緒に、粉々に砕いてあげるわ、シロー。
Nani? What is that? Is it glow-in-the-dark tattoos? A pattern is appearing on her face. No, it's not just her face. The thing is all over her body. It's a huge command spell, incomparable to the ones we have.
遊びは終わりよ。蹴散らしなさい、ヘラクレス。
A dead voice. As if to answer it, the giant behind her roars. Okay. A scream that shakes the earth. What is that? Is that just words we can't comprehend? Just roaring? The giant screams as if going insane, and its every ability increases as it deforms and swells.
そんな理性を奪っていただけで凶暴化させていなかったというのか。
It's only natural for Saber to feel a shudder. Even I, unable to tell how strong a warrior is, can sense that it is not to be messed with.
行け。近寄る者はみんな殺しちゃえ。バーサーカー。
It's an explosive roar. It roars out, not even a howl now, and the giant jumps in. A silver light dashes forward in reply. Berserker lands in the center of the clearing. The ground trembles. As if stopping a meteor, Saber attacks Berserker. It is the return of legends. In this forest filled with the morning mist, the two shadows clash without ceasing. Berserker is just overwhelming. If his horizontal blow is a whirlwind, his descending blow is a waterfall. If Saber takes such an attack, it would prove fatal even for her. Saber repels such attacks straight on without faltering. Against storm-like blows, she deflects them with all her might. If she doesn't, she'll be slashed in half along with her sword. The infinite blows that continue without pause are in fact a blow diverted with all her might. The continuous sound of clashing. Their ranges are different. Their speeds are different. Their strengths remaining are too different. The only thing possible for Saber is to smash her sword into an unavoidable attack and stop it from slashing her by offsetting it with her own blow. To speak metaphorically, Berserker is a broken rock drill. The blades spinning in all directions will mercilessly destroy all that approach. If one reaches out even a little, that's it. One will get entangled in the blade and be shredded into pieces, unable even to run away. A normal human can't go up against such a thing. If approaching it is fatal, you can only run away. But Saber places herself within the blades and does not retreat. So she will be cut down bit by bit. The swords make sparks, and it's only natural for her armor to splinter bit by bit. She is constantly putting herself in fatal situations. I just hold my breath. In ancient times, the heroes that went up against dragons must all have been like her. They know well enough that their strengths are different, but still, they bet on the chance of a lifetime. A great violence surpassing human. They defend until the opening appears, and many warriors died with no such miracle occurred. Their fight is just that. A dazzling battle that takes my eyes away, but it has only one end prepared, with it being Saber's defeat as she hurt more by the second. The roar shakes the ground. Berserker's whirlwind cuts through the wind and flings back the defending Saber. Saber's armor chips away with every blow. As she hits the ground, she charges bravely at Berserker without falling to her knees. But she's already at her limits. Saber's breathing wildly, and her movements are slowing down even to my eyes. She's not even trying to create an opening in Berserker. Saber will be slashed by him in a few more blows. In my clenched fist is a bow. Okay, so we can use the bow, but, I mean, it won't do anything, right? As far as we know, a normal arrow isn't gonna, like, affect him at all. We can shoot Iliasville, but I mean, I don't think Shiro is gonna do that. I don't think he even has that in his mind to attack the other master. We could just say, what's the point? Just give up, but like, what else are we gonna do? We promised that we would provide support, and this is the only way. I guess even if it's only a distraction, we'll have to try. The instant Saber is flung away, I fire at Berserker. This won't hurt him, but it should at least take his attention off Saber. The arrow that hits Berserker's temple does nothing. It can't even get his attention. The giant does not block. No, he doesn't even care about my attack. Ilya's laugh echoes through the forest. I can't do anything. Saber's about to collapse in front of me and I can't do anything. I'm too weak. I can't hurt Berserker no matter what I do. All I'm doing is distracting Saber. A strong blow. Saber, repelling that attack, has her feet driven into the ground up to her ankles. The blows are heavy and fast. The axe sword, flying above Saber's head, comes down. The sword shaves off some of her armor as she flings herself away and breaks the ground. I feel like I'll grind my teeth down. Am I unable to do anything after all? I can't protect Saber nor fight alongside her. There's nothing I can do. All I can do is...
ならば、せめてイメージしろ。お前にできることなど、所詮その程度でしかないのだから。
That guy said so.
外敵などいらぬ。お前にとって戦う相手とは、自身のイメージに他ならない。
That's right. What was he saying? It wasn't his usual harassment. Those words held an importance that I need to understand right now. No, saying that, weren't all of his words a warning that I shouldn't have ignored? Saber's body is flung away. She didn't jump to get away. She took a blow. That storm-like blow landed right on her side. Saber totters. Concentrating strength into her numb fingers, she faces Berserker again, coughing violently. The giant will not miss the opening Saber has finally shown. My voice won't reach them. It's useless for me to say anything, and it's useless for me to have a bow mimicking archers. Do I still not understand? What can I do? What should I be doing? That's right. What do I need in order to save Saber? A miracle. A bow won't do. Even a lance won't be able to pierce him. And that doesn't mean I should have the same weapon as the enemy. That giant. To defeat that mountain, I'll need a sword. A sharp and gorgeous sword of the king that will defeat the enemy in one blow. Like that golden sword so suited to her that I saw in my dreams. My head hurts. Bearing my nausea, I still stare at Saber. But ironically, an undescribable discomfort assails me the more I stare at her about to collapse. Saber and Berserker's movements seem to be in slow motion. Many switches are arranged in a row. Coughing, Saber bends her body in pain for an instant. Berserker smashes down his axe sword with all his might. As if making a line, the firing hammers move into position, one by one. It seems like knocking down dominoes. The triggers are pulled all at once. Berserker's blow smashes Saber away. It's fatal. Saber's body is split through the waist, and her pieces are thrown into the air. The only thing flung into the air is Saber's armor. Berserker only smashed Saber's armor. Saber created an opening to make Berserker take a large swing, and Saber charges in at top speed using all the energy she has left. A black howl surges out, but he can't retreat from Saber, who is right in front of him. She places both hands on her sword and slashes at Berserker with all her might. I can't believe it. The giant that seemed to be rooted to the ground is smashed back a few meters by Saber's blow. And then, the true final attack is executed instantly. Oh, there's Rin. She must intend to fire from as close as possible. Tosaka jumps down from the branch high above and throws her jewels as she descends. A rain of ice whirls down. In it, 3 giant icicles shaped like spears have enough magical energy concentrated in them to blow away a whole mansion. Ilya, who was only watching until now, screams. She must have realized how dangerous that attack is, but it's too late. The spear of ice isn't just falling. As it's fired, it is accelerating to skewer Berserker. There's no way he will be able to dodge it. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, a shotgun of ice perfectly coordinated with Saber's desperate attack. It has more than enough magical energy in it to be able to kill Berserker. But he swings his axe sword through the air. Even as he's pushed back by Saber, he destroys 3 blocks of ice with his quickly readied axe sword. Splashes of blood. Perhaps because he's swung with only one arm, the ice is not completely destroyed and it lacerates his arm. Well, it did some damage, I guess. Well, not only that, the ice refreezes on the giant's arms and stops his movement completely. But still, it got only one of his arms. Saber raises her voice. It's only natural, because Berserker's other arm has grabbed Tosaka's body as she descended onto him. Oh no! Tosaka's face contorts in pain. With Berserker's power, it should be no problem to crush Tosaka. I run. I don't care if I'm only dragging her down. I don't care if I can't do anything. I won't let him crush Tosaka. Saber must not have any power left to stand, but she still lifts her body. Tosaka must be in pain as she reaches out with her face downcast. And then... Nani? She smiles and speaks boldly. It was a trick. Everyone gasped. Saber, I, and even Berserker must have frozen. She's horrible. She knew this was gonna happen, yet never told us about it. Berserker puts power into his grip, but it's a second too late. Bullets of light are fired. 4 jewels are used. The rapid fire from perfect point-blank range kills the Black Mad Warrior for sure this time. No. It has splendidly, perfectly blown away his life. Amazing. Did Berserker's head get blown off? Blood splatters over me, and I'm at least 10 meters away. There are things other than blood mixed in it, but I'm sure it wasn't overkill. He was a monster. I bet Tosaka would have been crushed if she didn't blow off his head in a single blow. We did it. I slow my running steps. Tosaka is still held by Berserker, but the battle is over. Berserker's face is still covered in white smoke. From the smoldering sounds, it must have been a huge explosion. Or not. I hear Tosaka's voice. She's looking into the white smoke, dumbfounded. Hold on. Is it just my imagination? Berserker's fingers holding Tosaka are digging deeper into her. Tosaka is staring at the white smoke, but it doesn't last long. The large cloud of white smoke fades away. In it is Berserker's face, though it was certainly blown away. Tosaka is at a loss for words, cowed by the demonic stare. Laughter echoes through the clearing. The Silver Master controlling Berserker from the edge of the clearing is laughing. We did kill Berserker, but turns out that wasn't enough.
"
12 times, hmm? She must have figured out something important from Ilya's words. Tosaka's eyes are strained in faint regret.
神名が分かった時点で思い当たるべきだった。ヘラクレスって言ったらヒドラの弓なのに、持ってるのはただの岩だった。
Yeah, normally, I think we've learned in his character sheet, normally he has a bow, but he doesn't have a bow.
だから、こいつの宝具は物じゃないんだ。英雄ヘラクレスのシンボルは、そう、肉体そのものがヘラクレスの宝具なのよ。
His body.
あなたも知っているでしょ？ヘラクレスの12の難行を。ギリシャの英雄ヘラクレスは、己が罪を償うために12もの冒険を乗り越え、そのご褒美として不死になった。
12 labors and therefore 12 lives.
この意味、あなたならわかるでしょ？命のストック。蘇生魔術の重ねがけ。
Oh, just like Smash Bros.
ええ。だからそいつは簡単には死ねないの。かつて自分が乗り越えた分の試練は生き延びてしまう。神々にかけられた不死の呪い。それが私のバーサーカーの宝具、ゴッドハンドなんだから。
So yeah, that is God Hand. You know, when I think about it though, then he lost 6 times to Archer, right? Which is pretty amazing by itself. And he died once here, so that makes 7. So he still has, if I get my math correct, 5 more lives. And it's already been a struggle just to take 1. So how are we gonna take the other 5? Can we even win?
わかった？バーサーカーは今ので死んでしまったけど、あと5つの命があるの。
Yeah, 5 more lives. Which is funny because, I don't know, shouldn't Ilya, you know, not say that? Because we didn't know that Archer took 6 lives, actually. At least from Shiro's and Rin's and Saber's perspective. So, she should have kept that a secret. That would make it even more, you know, like, despairing, I guess. But I guess she's so confident she'll just say that she only has, or he only has 5 more lives.
欲しかったわね、リー。今の が5倍の宝石だったらバーサーカーは消えていたのに。
I can't hear Ilya too well. I see Saber run up to Berserker out of the corner of my mind.
リン、逃げて。
Saber dashes to her. Tosaka tries to tear off Berserker's fingers, but they won't even budge. Then...
いいよバーサーカー、そいつ潰しちゃえ。
Oh no! The burning eyes glare at Tosaka. Tosaka screams. The giant's fingers dig in as if to scoop out Tosaka's guts. What lies ahead is the inescapable figure of her, miserably crushed. I guess she's dead. I run. I forget who I'm against or where I am. My mind has already burned up.
させるか。
Saber slashes at Berserker. The invisible sword is swung at Berserker's defense's arm as if chopping a vegetable. But it has no effect. The sword bounces back. Not only does it not hurt Berserker's arm, but does not even loosen Berserker's grip on Tosaka. It must be painful for her to even move. Saber swings her sword desperately as blood spills from her mouth.
シロ。
Her face freezes as she sees me run up to Berserker. This is a horrible idea. I smack my bow against his back. I don't think that does anything, Shiro. The giant does not budge. It must not think. It must think nothing of me at all. My fingers are numb. What kind of a body does he have if I, the one doing the hitting, have my hands go numb?
逃げて、シロ。
Huh? I raise my face at Saber's voice. Ouch. In that instant, my body flies through the air like a leaf. Again? I think this is the third time that Shiro has been flung, into space. So technically it's the fourth time, but we died, technically, in one of the bad ends. I think Berserker, punched us and we went flying and we died, basically. Or, well, I guess we didn't die completely. We were still alive, technically, but then we were taken by Ilya. And I guess, all the bad ends that involve Ilya, right in the very beginning, we don't necessarily die. I think she just always takes her soul and we become a doll. So we know that happens, every time she's quote-unquote killed us. Well, anyway, once again, we fly through the air. Wow! I drop like a piece of trash. Berserker smacked me with that frozen sword. The bow I instantly blocked with is easily smashed, and I'm thrown so far. I writhe in pain. The breaking sound was not from the bow. No. One of my arms is bent like a spider's. Breathing hurts so much that I want to smash my lungs up. I can't breathe right from the blood coming up my throat. But it doesn't matter. Breathing will just make me pass out. I shouldn't be breathing right now. I get up. Right now I have to. I run. It's my turn this time. I'll break his arm and save Tosaka. You're crazy, Shiro. He must have eyes on the back of his head as he swings his sword as if flinging away a bug. I can dodge it. I won't be hit by something swung with a frozen arm. Except, you did not dodge it at all. Damn, my body is sinking. It must have scraped my leg. Damn it, don't break my leg when you haven't even hit it.
バカな。もういい。離れなさい、マスター。
I can't do that. I won't let Tosaka die. What do I need to save her? A weapon. A blade would be good. At my feet are the remains of the destroyed bow. Above me is Berserker's sword coming down. I pick up a broken piece. Descending sword. There's no time to think. I channel my magical energy into it. I easily succeed at strengthening it, but the sword comes down. The broken piece is totally smashed this time. My body that should have dodged the blow collapses. So there was no meaning in strengthening such a broken piece. If I am to do it again, I have to do it from the very beginning. Nothing should be impossible. If there's a model, anyone can imitate it. So I have to repeat the foundation, composition, work, experience, time, and... The giant turns. It must have decided to kill this annoying nuisance before Tosaka. Raising my body, I glare at the giant. I have no fear. My mind has already burned up. But behind me... Prepared even for her own elimination, Saber is determined to use her holy sword. She's gonna use Excalibur? Is that what she's planning on doing? Also, there's a status upgrade or status update? Yeah, God Hand, 12 labors. So a hidden ability. Regenerates automatically even when killed. There's a stock of 11 regenerations. In other words, Berserker needs to be defeated 12 times to be eliminated. And Berserker's already plenty strong himself. So even defeating him even once is pretty hard. But Archer did it. I wonder how Archer did it. Looking at his stats, he doesn't seem all that powerful, but I guess this question mark Noble Phantasm, maybe, that's what helped him. Oh well. I guess we might not know the fate route, maybe. Anyway, we have a decision. Do we let Saber use her Noble Phantasm, in which case she'll probably disappear after that. And with Saber gone, we won't be able to stay in the Holy Grail War anymore. And you know, even if she does use the Excalibur, she can only defeat, like, Hercules once, you know? Once she uses Excalibur, she's gone, and then what? I guess we can escape, but that doesn't let us defeat Berserker. So, the smart thing to do, well, not exactly smart, but the risky thing anyway, in order for us to defeat Berserker in the first place, is to tell Saber not to use it. Right? Because if she uses it, it won't defeat Hercules. It won't defeat Berserker. And it'll just get us killed in the end. So let's do that. Let's see what happens. Why not? The Sword of Light appears in Saber's hands. Berserker's hand squeezes Tosaka. I have no power, and all three of us will die as things are. Is that the only option? Our only chance for victory is to spend Saber's scarce magical energy and use the Noble Phantasm that endangers her existence? The giant releases Tosaka and charges straight for Saber. Excalibur! The Berserker blocks the Holy Sword that breaks the ground. The silver armor collapses, yep. Turning all her remaining magical energy into light, Saber is on her knees. In front of her is Berserker, still in full shape. What? Didn't do anything? Yeah, I guess even if she did use her Noble Phantasm, it won't be as strong as what she did before. Because she's still recovering her magical energy in the first place. Saber's figure starts to fade. Well, Saber must not be able to stand as she glares at Berserker on her knees.
お前も残念だったでしょ、バーサーカー。
Why do you have so much command spells anyway, Iliasville?
セイバーの魔力が万全だったのなら、お前も死にきれたでしょうに。
The giant sword is swung. Without waiting for Saber to disappear, the giant smashes her body. Well, Saber has disappeared. I knew this. If Saber used her holy sword, she would disappear no matter who won in the end. I knew it, and I still didn't stop her.
これでおしまい。さあ、どうするの、お兄ちゃん。このまま逃げてみるか。おとなしく私に殺されるか。
I guess we're just gonna die.
あ、そうだ。自分から私に殺されるって言うんなら、リンは見逃してあげてもいいわ。
But if you kill me, are you gonna keep that promise after I die, or you're just saying that? My ability to think is deficient. In front of me are the remains of Saber along with lumps of earth. I can't get away. If I can't get away no matter what I do, then at least...
いい子ね、シロ。じゃあ、連れてきて、バーサーカー。まずは、もう逃げ出せないようにしてあげちゃって。
A gust of wind takes everything below my waist. Pain and despair shuts off my senses. I'm fading. Left in the clearing is Tosaka's body, already motionless. Well. Bad end.
Oh! 些細な選択ミスで猫地獄にまっしぐらなあなたを救う修練場タイガー道場である。
まさに絶好調。今ノリに乗ってる弟子1号です。
Stop killing us, Ilya. Stop it.
キャットアウトヘ
なんで私なんか悪いことした？
ブン。黙らっしゃい。タイガー道場も8回目ですが、今までイリアちゃんがシロを殺めた数実に5回。大量殺人にも程があるでしょ実際。
こんなの可愛い方だよ。だって最終的に一番シロを殺す回数が多いのは。
Is that spoilers?
テイ、ネタバレ禁止権。
No spoilers.
当たらないようだ。大体ね、リストじゃ私は最下位なんだから。ほら、ちゃんと見なさいよ、この手帳。うわ、
こんなキラーリストが出回ってたのね。
Assassination notebook?
ってほんとだ。ちょっと何よこの嘘記録。なんでイリアちゃんにいい子でしょうなんてついてるの？
それは私の立ち回りが優雅だからよ。暇な人は私がシロをやっつけるエンドを残らずチェックしてみてね。
Well, I will.
再殺賞さんなんかとは微妙に違うことに気がつくから。
微妙な違い？ま、細かいことはどうでもいいか。考えると疲れるし。さて、今回のタイガー道場ですが、選択自体は間違えたものではないと思うけど、どうしてこんな結果になっちゃったのよ、弟子1号。
純粋な魔力不足よ。セイバーはエクスカリバーを使えるほどには回復したけど、宝具に注ぎ込むだけの魔力がなかったのね。あんなへっぽこなエクスカリバーじゃバーサーカーの命2回分も怪しいわ。
なるほど。今回は賢明であったがゆえに負けてしまったと。
し、受けに回っても死、攻めに回っても死の無情なタイトロープっす。
相変わらず微妙なバランスね。
微妙っていうか、キャラ性能的に積んでる感じね。
やるべそう。じゃ今回の道場はここまで。直前の選択肢に戻って若さゆえに無謀あふれる選択肢を選んでみてね。
So no matter, it's like before you're supposed to choose, you know, usually you choose the wrong choice is usually the reckless one, but now this one you choose the reckless one, and now you're supposed to not choose the smart one. Though technically, well, yeah, using the, you know, Saber's noble phantasm is a bad idea anyway, as I explained before, because then she just disappears afterwards. So really, the other choice is actually the smart one, when you think about it. Look at the ending list. Yeah, another stamp. So this is the 8th one. What was the 6th one? Did I miss the 6th one? Again, I'm gonna have to go back and find out what that one is. I don't know. Oh well. Let's go back to our choice and tell Saber, don't use Excalibur! The wind unravels. I start to see the golden sword in Saber's hands. The one that must not be used. The sword I told her not to use under any circumstances. I snap. It makes the last rope in holding me snap. Oh, and if we even use a command spell. Interesting. My left hand is burning. One of the command spells disappears. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. All I know is that you'll disappear if you use that. Just releasing the sword gets her like that. You can't use that sword in your condition. So wait. If you can't use that sword, I'll make one that you can use.
現実でかなわない相手なら想像の中で勝て。自身が勝てないのなら勝てるものを幻想しろ。
With that said, it's obvious. That's the only thing I can do. So make it. Make something that will not lose to anything. Always imagine the strongest. Imagine the best imitation that will deceive everybody, even yourself. Deceive the world, deceive yourself. It is not difficult at all. It is not impossible. From the beginning, this body was a magic circuit specialized for this purpose alone. I spring up. My whole body is burning, and my left hand feels like it's on fire. Nani? Saber's voice is filled with blank amazement. She is staring at what I'm holding, which should not exist here. Does the sword have a will of its own? The golden sword does not stop, and as if pulled toward it, slashes towards the giant's arm. What? Somehow, I guess we just made a sword out of thin air. Tosaka falls with the arm that was grabbing her, and the sword that cut through his arm shatters like glass. All the blood in me regurgitates, but there's no problem there. The sword broke. That is impossible. If I imitated that sword, it cannot be broken. No. It broke because it was not sufficient. My image of it fell short of the real sword. It broke after only one use, but, well, it was enough to save Tosaka, so... Can we make another one? His eyes stare at me. The giant sword has swung to really kill me this time. I don't care about that. He's not my opponent. For Amiyashiro, there is only one opponent. The sword just now wasn't perfect. The unbreakable sword broke because there was a flaw in the assumptions. If I am to duplicate it, I cannot only duplicate its shape, I must also reproduce the maker. I hear a gasp. In front of me is the axe sword swung like a storm, and a defending sword that is being made. I don't know if I'm desperate, but I'm blocking the attack with the sword in my hand. But that's none of my business. What I need to do now is to make this real. That is a mistake as well. Amiyashiro is not made for fighting. Your fight is a mental fight, a fight with yourself. Is this? Okay, I can't. Again, the voices are a little quiet on my end. So normally this would be Archer saying this, right? Or I didn't hear any voice acting, so I just read it out loud. I don't know. I know that without being told. What I must do is simple. Projection, if I remember correctly. Projection magic. I concentrate. And also, isn't projection magic like it was meant to be? It was told by Rin that it was useless, right? In the sense that it uses a lot of magical energy to not make a whole lot. But I guess this is what Shiro is relying on, to make something out of nothing. I am challenging myself. No deviation or compromise is allowed. Judging the concept of creation, hypothesizing the basic structure, duplicating the composition material, imitating the skill of its making, sympathizing with the experience of its growth, reproducing the accumulated years, excelling every manufacturing process. Now I bind the illusion and make it a sword. Wow. We just suddenly made the sword. The giant howls. The sword blocks the numerous blows, smashing madly. But this is it. I'm tossed away. As soon as my consciousness returns, the sword must have left everything in my hands. I am easily thrown away by the attacks I was easily blocking until now. The senses in my arms are already gone. My wrist is so red, it's amazing that I can still grasp. My legs won't move. All my muscles must have stopped working. I can't stand up. I made the sword that surpasses Berserker, but that's all. As I am only a maker, I cannot handle the sword. A swordsmith, but not a warrior. A shadow engulfs me. He must know who he needs to kill first now. Berserker pursues me like wind and swings his sword. But his sword is deflected. As I stand there in blank amazement, I notice another hand over my hand. The air shakes violently. The giant launches an attack with all his might to destroy everything. But just before that, I hear her voice closer than anything. Oh yeah, if Berserker attacked me like a gust, Saber must have rushed to me like a gale. Having rushed to me, Saber turns around and... the sword of rock breaks. A flash of the golden sword smashes the giant's axe sword, slashes into the hard body and If the shape is similar, the ability must be similar as well. The golden sword digging deep into Berserker engulfs the giant's body from the inside. But that's only for an instant. The light disappears and silence returns to the forest. And I guess, I don't know, Shiro made the sword from his dreams, that apparently from Saber's past. And well, I was wondering, you know, since Shiro can't use the sword himself, when is he gonna give it to Saber, who can use it? And that's exactly what happened.